What's up, YouTube followers? I just wanted to do a quick lesson video. I just did a cover of Angra's solo to the song Light of Transcendence from the album Omni. Um, I only did Marcel's solo, I did not do Raphael's. It's not because I don't like Raphael's playing or anything like that. It was a matter of simplicity, really. See, my guitar's tuned in E standard and they tune to D standard, so every string is a step lower. Raphael's solo uses a bunch of open string droning stuff. So, I mean, I could have probably got up to speed, but it would have been a giant pain in the ass. So I just decided to either wait until I have another guitar that I tune down, or not bother learning it. But Marcelo's solo doesn't have any open string stuff, so I was able to get it to work with my normal, 7 string guitar from tuned in E standard or B standard. So if you do tune down to D, you'll have to use my frets and play everything 2 frets higher. So I've seen a lot of covers of this solo online. I watched a bunch before I decided to transcribe it myself, and there are a lot of people who are not playing it accurately. I guess it's easy to do, because pretty much everyone I saw was like tapping the second half of the solo, and that is definitely not what Marcelo was doing. It's obviously the easy way to do it, and if you can make it sound good and you're happy with it for yourself, then great. But I can tell you that it's not accurate. So what I wanted to do is put out this lesson video for you and show you how to accurately play Marcelo's solo in Light of Transcendence. And you might be asking, well, how the hell do you know it's accurate? Who made you God? Well, it just so happens that Marcelo and I are friends. So I actually sent him a video of my cover and asked him if I was playing it accurately, and he gave me a few pointers of the method that he uses, which was a little bit different than I originally figured out. But I took his advice and I basically retranscribed it again and showed it to him again. He said, yeah, that's how I do it. So if it matters to you to play the solo accurately and you want to learn it, then this video should definitely help you. Because it's definitely been confirmed by Marcelo. He's seen my video. He knows what I played and everything. So here we go. So the first, I basically divide this solo into like 3 different sections. The first is just a simple pentatonic bending thing. So you're going to start on this 3rd fret on the D string and just do a little pentatonic lick. It's a... That's all that is. 3, and then 5, 3 on A string, and then a 5 on the D. I think it's like a little bit of a pinch harmonic in there too. A little bit. Like that. Right? So that's simple enough. And then he goes into some minor 7 arpeggios with slides. So this is what I consider the second half of part 1, basically. And this is it's a D minor 7 arpeggio with slides. Let me show you how to do it real quick. So you got 5 8 on the D string, 7 on the D string. Sorry, it's 5 8 on the A string, 7 on the D string. Keep in mind I'm playing a 7 string, so if it looks like I'm playing a different string than you, and you have a 6 string, that's probably why. So the first thing is just the typical minor triaction. Then you're gonna pick up the 7th here, which is the 5th fret on the G string, and then you're gonna hit the 9 with your pinky. That's actually the 9th note. It's an slides from the 9th to the flat 3rd again, the 10th fret, so you're going to slide here. So, real slow. Okay. And then he keeps going with the arpeggio, adds the next 2 notes, which is the 8 on the D string, the 7 on the high E, and the 10. To complete the arpeggio, so real slow. And then here's where he goes into the last section of what I call part 1. So he goes from here, this 10th fret, and he slides up to the 12. And he does a little chromatic run here, 12, 11, 10. And then the 8. So far. And then he goes back down the arpeggio in this position. 10th fret on the B string. 10th fret, hammer onto the 9 on the G string. Then the end part of it is this 10th fret on the D string, and then 12, 8, 12 on the A. And it's a pretty quick wide vibrato there. So the descending part. Again, real quick, a little faster. And then here's where he begins what I consider by far the most difficult part of the solo. It's this part 2, I call it. He's kind of, what he does here is, this is where everybody gets confused and thinks he's doing tapping. He's actually going up arpeggios and intervals, and he's using hybrid picking to help him out. He's basically going up to some more D minor arpeggios. So let me break this down real quick for you. The first one is probably the easiest part. It's just this. So that's just the typical same shape as we did on the 5th fret before. It's 10, 13, 12, 13. Right? What he told me is that he uses a lot of hybrid picking for these. So to get the upper strings, a lot of times he's using his middle finger to help him. So, and this part's really tricky. So this is where he starts ascending up the neck through the arpeggio. So he's doing the serious. Now this 13th fret here, and this is where you're gonna go up higher. Now you're gonna do 12, 15 on the A, and then 15 on the D, and 14 on the G. This part's tricky. So you can either, if you want to do hybrid picking like I do, you can, or you can just sweep it off. So those first two together. And the tricky part too is trying to get the muting down, so you're not, so you're doing, you don't want these notes to ring together. So some of that comes with your left hand, basically letting out pressure after you play each note as well. So those first two are that. Now he's going to begin this section, which is also very tricky. So you're going to start from this 15th note again on the A string, and then 12, 15 on the D, and hit the 12 on the G. Now this part's really tough. So you're going to do back to the 15 and 12 on the D. But you're going to slide up now with your first finger to the 15th again. So you're going to have this. Right? And you're going to continue from there. You're going to basically do play the same note twice after. So you're going to do, and from here you're going to do 15, 19, and then right after you're going to change strings out, and you hit the 14th fret on the G string, which is actually the same note. String where you're going to hybrid pick here. You're going to do 14, 17 here. Hybrid pick or sweep if you need to. The 18th fret on the B string to get that next one. Right? So slow that. A little quicker. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna finish the sequence right here from this. So you're basically here. You're gonna stop on that 14, and then you're gonna proceed up through a sweep pattern. So you're gonna do four. This is where it's gonna take you all the way to the high E. You're gonna do 14, 17 on the G, 15 on the B, and then 13, 17 on the high E. So and this is where he does do tapping here. These are the only two notes of the solo that he taps. This passage is very quick. So once you go through that, get to that 17, you're gonna basically ascend again real quick to 13, 15, 17. And then you're gonna do a tapping hammer-on from 20 to 22nd. If you aren't well good with multi-finger tapping, you might have to slide it like that. It might be how you have to play it. But he uses multi-finger tapping with his two fingers. So you're just going right back down again. Really quick slide, you don't slide all the way out. So, and then you're gonna that whole section. And then the very last phrase of part 2 is this more arpeggio stuff. So just doing 17 on the high E, 13, 15, going right down the minor arpeggio there. And you're going to do a big bend on the 17th fret of the G string. Right. So that whole part 2 together slowly. Now part 3 is one of the more simple phrases of the solo. If you are familiar with the blues scale, he just basically goes down in a D minor blues scale and ends with just a quick 2-note picking sequence. So that's just going to be this. It's going to start on the 10th fret of the high E, 13, 10 on the B, 13 on the G, back to that B string, 10th, then back down that blues scale again, 13, 12, 10 on the G, right? And then he's just going to end with a two pentatonic 2-note Christian patterns, 12, 10 on the G, 12, 10 on the D, twice, quickly. Right? So if you have any trouble with this, and I suspect you might have some trouble with that part 2, it's pretty tough even for me. Eventually you'll get it if you keep working on it, but it's not simple by any means. So let me play through the whole solo slow for you again. Here we go. I've forgotten those 2 notes at the end of that. I'm sorry. Yeah, when you go down in the end of part 1, it's after the bend, you just do an 8 on the A string and 10 on the E. Then you go into the second part 2, which is, so let me start over again. So okay, my playthrough on the separate video is much better. So if you want to see me play it properly, quickly, then watch that. I just kind of was winging it here. But I hope that helps. Like, comment, subscribe if these videos help you. Let me know if there's something you want more advice on, whether it's lessons, gear, whatever. Comment on the video, let me know. I do have tab available for this that I modified. I think I downloaded someone else's version from, I don't remember what site, but I modified it with the correct frets from Marcel solo, so I can provide that if you need me to. But if you watch my description, it should basically tell you everything you need to know in great detail. So I hope that helps you. And like I said, if the solo is hard for you, don't get discouraged. Just keep working on it. I mean, this wasn't even a solo for me. I couldn't play the solo right away. I had to work on that for a while before I could get it as clean as I wanted it. And it's still challenging for me to play. Marcelo is a great player. I mean, he pulls off some pretty crazy stuff. Anyway, take care, everyone. Happy guitaring. I hope you enjoy this video and my other videos. Take care.